I found out why my husband always volunteers for night shifts at the hospital. For 8 months, my husband Kevin had been taking every single night shift available at the hospital where he works as a nurse. Every single one. At first, I thought he was just being helpful or trying to rack up extra pay, but the guy was coming home exhausted and we barely saw each other anymore. He'd sleep all day and leave for work at 6 p.m., and I'd be asleep when he got back at 7 a.m. I brought it up once back in March and he said the night shift pay was better and we needed to save up for the bathroom renovation. Fair enough, I guess. Except we never talked about renovating the damn bathroom. Our bathroom is fine. It has a working toilet and a shower that doesn't leak. So what the hell were we renovating? Last Tuesday, I had the worst stomach bug of my life. I'm talking couldn't keep anything down, was lying on the bathroom floor at 2 a.m. kind of sick. I tried calling Kevin 4 times. Nothing. Sent texts. Nothing. I literally needed him to bring me medicine or crackers or something, and my own husband couldn't pick up his phone during his shift. The next morning when he walked in at 7:15 a.m., I was pissed. I asked him why he didn't answer, and he said he was with a patient and had his phone in his locker. Okay, fine, but for 6 hours straight? He got defensive real quick and said I didn't understand how busy night shifts were and that he couldn't just check his phone every 5 minutes. Here's the thing that made me suspicious. Kevin came home that morning and immediately showered. He always showered at the hospital before leaving because he said he didn't want to bring hospital germs home. It was literally his thing for 3 years. But that morning, he showered at home and I thought that was weird as shit. So Friday night, I decided to do something crazy. I told Kevin I was going to my friend Bridget's house for the evening. Instead, I drove to the hospital around 11 p.m. with a bag of his favorite snacks from the gas station as a surprise. Yeah, I know that sounds like some psycho wife behavior, but something felt wrong and I needed to see for myself. I walked into the hospital through the main entrance and went up to the 4th floor where he works. The nurse at the desk didn't even look at me twice when I said I was bringing my husband some food. She pointed me toward the break room and I walked down this hallway with those awful fluorescent lights that make everyone look dead. I heard laughing before I saw anything. Kevin's laugh specifically. Then I heard a woman's voice say, "Stop, you're gonna make me choke on my coffee," and more laughing. I walked faster and pushed open the break room door. Kevin was sitting on the couch next to this blonde woman in scrubs and his arm was around her shoulders. There was an empty Chinese food container on the table and they were watching something on her phone. The second he saw me, his face went completely white, like the color literally drained out of him. The woman looked confused and said, "Oh, is this your wife?" And I swear to God, I said, "Yeah, and you must be the reason he volunteers for every fucking night shift." Kevin stood up so fast he knocked over someone's water bottle on the table. He started saying, "It's not what it looks like." And I actually laughed because that's the most cliche bullshit anyone can say when caught. I looked at the woman and said, "What's your name?" And she said, "Stephanie," real quiet. I told Stephanie that my husband had been taking every night shift for 8 months, and apparently this is what he'd been doing with his time. She looked at Kevin and said, "You told me you were divorced." And oh man, that made everything so much worse. Kevin tried to say we were having problems, and he was going to tell me, but I cut him off. I looked at him and said, "Now I understand why you peaked in high school," and dropped the bag of snacks on the floor and walked out. I could hear him following me down the hallway saying my name, but I didn't stop. I got in my car and drove home and packed 3 garbage bags full of his clothes and shoes and random crap from the bathroom. When he got home at 7 a.m., I had already changed the locks. He stood outside banging on the door saying we needed to talk. I opened it just enough to shove the garbage bags out and told him he could stay with Stephanie since they had so much time to bond during those night shifts he loved so much. He tried to push the door open, but I'm not playing games with a cheater, so I told him I'd call the cops if he didn't leave. He finally left and I haven't seen him since.